Yo, y'all just saw my title. Yeah, account one denied me a limit increase and I got a 770 score. I gotta tell y'all what the hell is going on. Thank you again for tuning in. My name is Star Carter and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. All my brand new subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate all the love and support that you have given me so far on my brand new channel. I really do appreciate it. So on this channel, we talk about everything finance, relationships, children. I'm over 40, so I'm in the empty nest phase. So if you're in the empty nest phase as well in your life, then you'll be getting some of that on this channel. And if you're younger, then hey, get you some free game early in the game. I appreciate all the love and support. So to the title of the video, y'all, Capital One denied me a credit limit increase on my credit card that I have with them. So let me go ahead and do my little story first. And I also want to tell you, you want to watch my videos to the end because I love to drop a little extra free game on whatever I talk to. So try to look at the video all the way through the end so you don't miss any other free games, some of the little nuggets that I'm gonna drop along the way. So to the topic of the subject. So let me tell you, I applied for a limit increase on my Capital One Walmart store card. So let me tell you, I've had this card since October of 2014. And when I originally got this card, it was through Synchrony Bank. And I don't know if you ever heard of Synchrony Bank, but Synchrony Bank is a lot of department stores, like store cards like Amazon, Lowe's, JCPenney, PayPal. A lot of people use Synchrony Bank. So you might even have one of their cards in your wallet, don't even realize that they are the financing bank for your credit card. So they were originally the people who had my Walmart card, but then I don't know what happened with them in Capital One. That Capital One wound up acquiring the Walmart contracts to carry the Walmart card. So I wound up getting a card with Capital One after, they acquired it from Synchrony Bank. So now, that's not the only card I have, but that is the card that I applied for the limit increase, because my limit on that card right now currently is only $700. And I've had that card since 2014. It is a store card, so I can't use it outside of the Walmart store. So that's already a negative in my perspective. But $700, that is a very small credit limit. And that's the limit that they gave me, guys, when I first got that card, because my credit was not that good. Now my credit is 770. That's my lowest score. Equifax is like a 780. 772, I think, on Experience. So, all three of them kind of run a little different, but they should all be in the same range. But either way, my credit is what they consider excellent. So I should not have gotten denied, in my perspective, for a credit limit increase. But as I was saying, that card is one of my lowest limit cards. I have a Quicksilver card with Capital One. I also have a Venture One card with Capital One. And it is, both of those cards are over $4,000 limit. So I was like, dang, I'm gonna be able to get this limit increased. But no, they said no. And I'm gonna read you the actual letter of why they denied me. So hold on one second. I'm gonna pull it up on my screen, but I'm gonna read it to you guys off of my iPad. So this is exactly what the letter says. So the letter says, Dear Asia D. Carter, you recently requested a credit line increase for your Walmart Rewards card account. Unfortunately, your account isn't eligible right now. We know this isn't an answer you were hoping for, and we want to help you understand why. Recent use of this account's existing credit line has been too low. So sincerely, Capital One customer care team. So they are basically saying that the $700 that I do have with them, I am not using it, and therefore they will not give me any more money. And that sucks, because the reason why I don't use that card is because the limit is so low. I prefer higher limit cards because of the utilization. As I was telling you guys in my previous video, When you only got like $1,000 limit, $500 limit, those low limit cards, $1,000 limit is cool. It's all right, especially if you're starting off. But you really want high limit cards. And that's because the utilization, you have way more room with that 30% utilization than you do with those lower limits. And that's why I don't like that. And that's why I don't use the card that much, because it's just too easy for me. Like, say if I went to Walmart and bought, say I bought something for $400, and just say I totally forget, and I pay the minimum balance, or I pay enough but I don't pay it off, and I forget, and the statement is going to come a couple of days after the due date. We talked about that in my previous video. Then guess what? Bam, my utilization is over 30%, really quick. $400 out of the $700 limit, that is over half. And so that's why I do not like the low limit cards. I do not like those, because they're so easy for you to automatically look like you're maxing it out, even though you're not, right? So I don't, even when I do use the card, and I do use it, I don't like to spend no more than $200, because 700 times 30%, that is $210. So if I were to not pay it off, and for whatever crazy reason give them some interest, I still want the utilization to report on my credit under 30%. I like 10%. So really, I don't need to, for me, I don't like to be over 10%, but 30% is the sweet spot, for, the credit bureau, so that your score doesn't, have any adverse effect on it. So, I hate that they wouldn't give me the limit increase for that, but that just lets you know that if you do have a Capital One card, they want inactivity. So if you got a Capital One card and they have not given you automatic limit increases, then that would be why. That could be why, because it didn't say I don't have any derogatory accounts. I don't have any too many recent inquiries or too many new accounts, because those can be some factors. Because if you're applying for too much credit, it can look like you're in trouble. You look like a risk. If you apply for too much credit too soon, you can look like a risk. And of course, derogatory accounts will also, of course, that's a given, that it can keep you from getting the credit that you're seeking. So with none of those factors in play, they're just saying, hey, you're not using the $700 that we gave you to our liking, so we're not going to do it. But, not only because of the utilization is so easy to get there, because the limit is so low, I just do not like to be, and I don't want to say the word bullied, I don't want to use that word loosely, but I don't want to be pressured into spending more on the card outside of my budget, outside of what I can afford to spend, just to get a limit increase. Don't do that. Don't do that. And, and my nugget to you is, if your credit is not up to par right now, because when I first got that store card back in 2014, my credit was horrible. So I wasn't even approved for the Walmart card with the MasterCard that you can use other places. I don't know what the credit score requirement was, but that's all I got. I got the Walmart store card, and I had like an Old Navy card that only had a $200 limit. I had a JCPenney card back then that only had a $500 limit. So if all your cards have an average of those little limits, and you go to like a big bank like Capital One, like the first time Capital One gave me a Quicksilver card, they're gonna go based off the other card limits that I have. So they gave me a $300 limit. And over time of me paying them and making on-time payments and using the card and carrying a balance here and there, which I don't do now. I don't give money away, because basically when you're carrying a balance, you're giving away interest money. I was playing how they wanted me to play, and so they raised that limit from 300 to over 4,000 now. So it just depends on what you're trying to do. But I would tell you, if your credit is not up to par right now and you want to get high limit cards, but your credit won't allow you to get those high limit cards, opt for the secured credit card through a credit union preferably. because then you can put the amount of money, however the max they say that you can put. If you can do a $2,000 limit, if you can do a $3,000 limit on a secure card, I would say do it, because once you probably keep that card, usually if you keep that card for about a year, then that $3,000 eventually will come back to you. It's just a deposit. And when they convert that card to an actual regular credit card, you usually get that money back. And then, so you're not technically out of it, because you just use your money to fund the limit, right? And as long as you're making on-time payments, keeping the utilization under 30% and doing what you're supposed to do, then you will get the regular card. But if you apply and get a whole bunch of low limit cards, but that's because that's all your credit would do, then you will get stuck with those low limit cards where it's so easy for you to hit the 30% utilization, and then at that point it's really making your score worse than what it was, because now you got this new account which is also 10% of your score, and then you got a maxed out card that's over 30%, which is 30% utilization is also a part that makes up your score. So you want to just be careful with those low limit cards. So that's why I don't use it. So credit, Capital One is like, well, all right, well, we're not going to give you a limit until you do it. Well, I'm not going to let you pressure me into it. I'm going to keep spending it, the little here and there that I was doing just to keep it active, because I've had it on my credit report for a long time. So I want to keep that average of credit on my report. I want to keep that card because I've had it for so long. But so I got to be active on it if I want to do that, but I don't have to be overly active and to ruin anything else, with the utilization and that source, because of the limit being so low. So maybe I apply again in the future, or maybe I might apply for the upgrade to the MasterCard, the Capital One Walmart MasterCard. I may try to upgrade it in the future, who knows? But right now, I'm just going to keep my same habits, and I'm not going to be pressured into using the card more just to get a limit increase when I do have other cards that have better rewards. So I will say another nugget, let your money work for you. Do not pay interest that you don't need to pay. Do not spend more on your card than you can afford to pay back. And also, if your credit is not up to par right now, wait on applying for those cards, because Capital One is really big and really good at throwing you into like a low credit bucket, and then that's all they will market to you is low credit lines and low credit limits. You want to wait till your credit is up to at least a 650, 680 before you start applying for these really big credit card companies, and that way they will give you the best offers, the 0% APRs and all that type of jazz. That's what you want. You don't want to be put in a bucket list where that's all they give you is low limit cards. You want those high limits. Even if you have to put up your own money to get those high limits, that's what you want. So I appreciate you tuning in today, and I hope this video gave you some value. Please leave me some comments in the comment section and let me know how I'm doing on the channel. Also, if you like the video, please hit that thumb, and then please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos when they come out. I try to do, right now I'm not consistent. I'm in my candle shop, so I do run my candle store and other things. So I can't say I'm on a schedule, but I have been trying to at least drop 2 to 3 videos a week. So that's my goal. I don't want to, overload myself and then I don't do anything, because I'm really bad about what they call it, analysis paralysis type of things, and I don't want to overthink it. So thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.